Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Markiss Stone, and I'm the host of the Daily Dose, and I would like to welcome you to the next day of your new life. That's right. See, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. What will you guys do with yours today? Well, I tell you what, I came to slay on Work Crush Wednesday, and today we gonna be dropping all the nuggets, baby, with phenomenal value. Everybody, especially you those that are in sales, are gonna get your antidote. It is March 6, 2019, the year of consistency. That's right, and I gotta drop some antidotes, but in order for you guys to get it, your mama, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your pets, your uncles, some of the crackheads around the corner, they get a different kind of antidote, but I got the real antidote today. And in order for everybody to get the antidote, I need all my dosers to do me one big favor on the count of 3, and that's 1, 2, 3. Hulk smash the share button, jab it, hook it, uppercut, because today's topic is gonna be lit. That's right, the Liddy Committee gave me all the permission to burn the Daily Dose studio down to the ground today. No fire extinguisher needed. What up, dosers? We had some technical difficulties this morning on the dose, but it will not stop me from handling my business. That's absolutely right. For some reason, my intro wouldn't play. I don't understand why, but it didn't. I'm going to go ahead and try to test it out right now. It's probably going to fade to black, but let's see what happens. I need you to let me know in the comments. Looks like it's just fading to black to me. I don't know why. We got issues, but technical difficulties won't stop the antidote. Today's topic is going to be really lit, but let's go ahead and talk about what happened this morning, waking up early. I did hit the snooze button today. I'll go into that in a little bit, but that's me working on my rise and grind planner right there. And then right afterwards, I did get my yogi on. Today, the sweat did not just drip today. It didn't drip yet, but it will drip tonight. I believe that I fell into miracle territory lately as of yesterday, and I'm working on a big project. We got something really cool coming up in the mix. So I was working on it. Just know that I got something really cool going on, and the sweat will be dripping tonight. I can promise you that. Right after work, same thing, just like the other day, getting in that lab, cooking up that fat, making sure it just melt off and sweat just dripping, fat just exit the body, because this is hashtag no more dead bod. Today's topic is going to be pretty lit. If you're in sales, you're going to want to stay the entire time, because I'm about to help you to increase your revenue on Work Crush Wednesday. That's right. You got to love what you do, baby. If you love what you're doing, you're in sales specifically, don't worry. I got you today. But before I get into the antidote, Lyric, tell them what to do. My videos are not working. She was supposed to tell you to Hulk smash the share button. Maybe I need to do a software update or something, but Hulk smash the share button right now, especially if you're in sales, and tag somebody. Let's see if my freaking antidote animated dude works. Doesn't seem like any of my videos are working today.
The antidote is defined as a medicine taken or given to counteract a particular poison. Now, Marcus, these people woke up early. They came to your show, The Daily Dose, to get the antidote. Hit them with the antidote.
All right, well, it looks like my animations work, but just not my videos. I don't know what's going on. I think I need a software update. Who knows? It's not the end of the world. Thanks for sticking with me. But today, we are going to talk about building value. There's a big misconception of what building value is. Today's topic couldn't have come on a better day than Work Crush Wednesday, because it's part of an interview that I did yesterday. I think there's this big misconception about building value. I think a lot of you got it all wrong. See, the problem is a lot of people talk about building value, but they never go into a deep dive of what building value actually is. But today on the Daily Dose, we are going to take a deep dive. We are going to dive all the way in and talk about what building value really means. So there's going to be 3 things that you need to build value in, no matter what career you're in, no matter what profession you're in. If you are in sales, this thing called value is extremely important. And I think all of you know that, but a lot of you don't know how to do it. And if you don't, I got your back. I got your antidote today. So in order to be successful, you have to build massive value into 3 different areas, and today we are going to talk about it. The first area that you need to build value in is your product. So let's talk about that for a second. I was talking to a gentleman yesterday, and we had a conversation, and he mentioned the whole value thing. Everybody's been hearing it. Value, 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 right? And so I told him, I said, do me a favor and go ahead and build value and show me an example of how you build value in your product. And he said, well, it's got this and it's got that and it's got this and this is kind of cool and you can use this and this is awesome and this and that. Let me tell you, describing how your product works does not build value. Naming items of what your product has is not building value. See, let's talk about the price versus value story real quick. So whenever I drew this up, wow, this came out pretty awesome. I drew this up just this morning, and so what you have right here is a timeline. From the left of your screen to the right of your screen is time, right? So when a customer enters your territory, don't worry, Anthony Santangelo, we're going to build value in ourselves. You just be patient, you master trainer. Give it time. Let the antidote sink in. I love Anthony Santangelo. He's a great trainer. Time, left to right is going to be time. So when a consumer first looks at whatever product that you have, the P is for price and the V is for value. The first thing that they're going to say is, yikes, that's a big price. I don't see too many people that go out there and say, yep, that's the exact price that I want to pay. They go out and they look for a product and the first thing that they see is the price. They say, wow, that's a lot of money. I know some of you guys have heard that before. I'm not paying that. That's too expensive. You guys have heard that, right? And the V next to it is value. At that point in time, initially, in the beginning, price is exceeding value. Price is really high to that consumer. And then somewhere along the line, as time goes a little bit on, you start to talk about some of the reasons that the price is the way it is. That's your way of justifying it. There's some justification. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, it has this and it has that and this and that. That's the incorrect way to do it. And we're going to deep dive into that in a second. But at some point, you justify the price. You give valid reasons as to why the price is what it is. And to most consumers, they'll understand that a little bit. They're still not going to pay for it, but they'll still understand why the price is the price that it is. And at that middle time, which let me just move my hand right there. This is in the middle. At that current time, value and price are on the same level. In some cases, you may still make a sale in that point because you've justified why price is that way. But if you really want to make the sale, you got to make your way all the way to right here where value is going to exceed price. And the only way that you can do that is by doing a few things that I'm about to help you with right now. So the first thing that you have to do is investigate. You have to ask a lot of questions. You have to ask open-ended questions. You have to ask either-or questions. Open-ended questions are designed to get your consumers talking about what's ultimately important to them. And what's most important is you have to ask the question why and how a lot. When a customer tells you what's super important to them, you say, wow, that seems like a great thing that you would want to utilize my product for. How do you visualize yourself using this? What are you hoping this is going to do for you? And why is this important to you? When a customer tells you what, how, and wow, and they expand on a lot of different things, you are now extracting information from them to figure out what's ultimately important. Now, when it comes to your product, you can mention benefits to how it's going to relate to their life. You can talk about advantages over any competition that you may have. You can now really build value. See, the common misconception and what a lot of people do is they do what's called the it's got method. And the it's got method just simply does not work. They confuse the it's got method with building value, and they are not the same. So when you talk about stuff that it's got this, it's got that, it does this, it does that. You got to understand, if you're talking about things that your consumer does not want to hear, they will tune you out. Let me give you a fine example. This experiment I've done multiple times, hundreds of times, and it is 100% fail-proof. I'm about to test you dosers out right now. Some of you dosers, or most of you dosers, watch TVs. If you don't watch TV, then you watch YouTube. And what ends up happening if you're watching TV or you're watching YouTube, at some point on TV, there's a commercial. If you're watching a YouTube video, there's an ad. When the ad comes on, or the commercial comes on, what do? The most common answers I get is get on my phone, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, internet, go get something in the refrigerator, go do something else, but anything to avoid watching that commercial or that ad. Some of you are super impatient, and if you're on YouTube on your phone, the thing is counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you just still there tapping it while it says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because the skip ad ain't even came up yet, and you just like, oh, I don't want to see it, come on, right? So guess what? The reason that you're doing that is because something is entering your area where you don't feel like hearing it. You want to tune it out. You don't care what's going on. And that's what ends up happening to your consumer when you start talking about things that they don't care about. When you're talking about it's got that and it's got that and it's got that, you are now an ad. You are now a commercial. And when commercials and ad comes on, people tune people out. Eliminate the it's got method, because if your customer don't care about what it's got, then it's irrelevant to them. You can't build value in it. You can't tell me that a vehicle has 6 or 7 features, or the horsepower, or the space, or the cooled seats, or the blind spot, or the sunroof and stuff like that. If I don't care about those items, I don't care how much horsepower your car has. I don't care how many cubic inches or square feet that it has. I don't care how much torque it has. I don't care if the car can drive itself and I can go to sleep in it. That's not important to me. So you can't build value in that item if I don't care about it. Are we 1,000,000% clear, dosers? Hopefully this has cleared up some misconception of what you perceive value to be versus what value actually is. And if you look at the time graph, your job is to take that customer from, sorry, it's backwards and it's inverted. Your job is to take your customer from here all the way to here, where value is going to exceed price. And the only way you do that is by figuring out what's important to them, and then majority spending time on those, talking about those items that's important to them. Because when you start talking about items that aren't important to your client, they tune you out like a commercial. We got a long dose to go, so let's get in the top 3 tips to never, crap, it says refund yourself. It's Technical Difficulty Tuesday, but you got to build value in yourself. That's right. Anthony Santangelo said it in the comments. You have to build value in yourself. What is unique to you? What separates you from the competition in your field? If you are in sales, then you're not the only person that's selling what you're selling. The way you build value in yourself is by talking about is what's unique to you and what separates you from the competition, and why should a consumer want to buy from you. You should have some sort of a mission statement about yourself, and you should dare to be different. Try to figure out what everybody else is doing, and if you see the successful people doing something great, put your own little spin on it and make it unique. What I see in the car business a lot is a lot of people kind of like Sean Hayes. Sean Hayes coined, and I believe came up with the phrase, Sean Hayes, your car guy, I make car buying easy. And I saw a lot of people kind of take that and run with it. That doesn't make you unique. I know you may be in a different state or something like that, but put your own little spin on it to make you different wherever you are. Make yourself unique. People don't like things that fit in. People like things that stand out. When you stand out more, you'll most likely get the sale because you're different. People like difference makers. People like the it factor. So find a way to make yourself unique. And it all starts with personal development, figuring out why you're in love and you're passionate about doing what you do. Start out with that mission statement, but you have to have a deep and powerful enough why. See, some of you guys are just literally winging it, and you're looking at your sales career as just a job, and you're doing it just because you need money. But the problem is money isn't the end all be all, and that's not a powerful enough why to where you can build value in yourself. Because if you lead with money, you're doing it for the wrong thing. Now, I don't want you to think that money is important. Money's super important, but money should not be your why. Take a deep dive and build value in yourself. What separates you from everybody else? What's unique about you? And why should a customer buy from you versus anybody else? If you can't answer that question sounding like everybody else, then you need to go back to the drawing board and come up with a deeper mission statement of why a consumer should buy from you. Doesn't matter what area of sales you're in. Last but not least, don't worry about the refund yourself, but your company. You have to build value in your company. Again, I don't care what area of sales you are in. People want to buy from a reputable company. You have to have your Google reviews on point. You have to have your Facebook reviews on point. Your company has to have a valid mission statement as well too. Your reputation means everything. Your company has to offer items that is unique to consumers that make them want to buy from them as well too. And you, as the employee of that company, should know all of these things as well too. If you can't build value in your company and give your consumer a great statement or mission statement as to why your company is the best at what they do, or why they need to be investing or consuming a product from your company, then you're going to lessen your chances of selling that person a product that you actually sell. I want to keep this as vague as possible because I got a lot of dosers in a lot of industries, but you got to realize that the company you represent represent has to have a great reputation, and they have to offer things that are unique to a consumer. If you are in a selling business and you sell a product that a lot of people offer, you have to figure out ways to differentiate yourself. If you are an owner, if you're an entrepreneur, and I'm specifically talking to you, if you want to dominate your market, you have to be unique. You have to stand out. If you're fitting in with everybody else, then you'll just be a subject of your demographic and your population. If you want to be a powerhouse and you want to expand and you want to reach everybody and you want to take digital on and try to take over the United States or maybe even the world, you have to stand out. Places that stand out are like Target. Target stands out. They're going to be fantastic everywhere. Online, Google, and I mean, think about Google versus Bing versus Yahoo. Google is dominating right now. If you think about automobiles, think about the top automobiles. When you think about franchises, think about the people who stand out. Try to mimic what they do, but put your own little personal spin on it and figure out what's unique about your company and your brand and blast that message out to everybody. So let's go ahead and go down the value checklist because we're running over time. You have to build value in your product, and the only way you can do that is by doing a deep diving on investigation, asking a whole lot of questions, why, how, and what, to make sure you clearly understand your consumers' wants and needs. They're coming to see you because they have a problem, and they'll only purchase from you if you solve that problem. And the only way that you can build value in that product is by mentioning things that are going to benefit them, not all the fluff and stuff that they don't care about. Number 2, build value in yourself. What is unique about you? Why should a consumer buy from you? What is different about you? What stands out about you from a consumer? What gives your customers that warm fuzzies when it comes to you as a person? And last but not least, build value in your company. What is unique about your company? What stands out about your company? What perks does your company have? What does your company do to go above and beyond for its consumer to give a customer faith and trust that your company is a good company to do business with? Hopefully you guys got a lot of value today, because I wanted to talk about that on Work Crush Wednesday. So that way you guys can build better value in yourself, your product, and your company to hopefully increase your revenue and increase your sales and increase that bank account so you can be a little bit more happier. If somebody tagged you in this post or you are brand new, my videos don't work, so it's okay, but make sure you head on over to my Facebook profile, hit the following button, and then hit see first. I highly doubt that my outro is going to play today, so I'm just going to end it, and hopefully you guys get value. If you got value out of this, do me a favor and type the word value in the comments box right now and let me know that you got some value out of this dose today. I'm just a kid from the south side of Chicago, here to make the world smile and change people's lives. Y'all have a fantastic Work Crush Wednesday. Peace.